There's a tiny, small van that creates noise in Nova Scotia. Either on the road or on side trails, we are trying to discover Nova Scotia, heading to Cape Breton Island. The Cabot Trail came highly recommended from different travelers and locals as well, and while we love going off-road, driving on the tarmac roads of the Cape Breton Island, as well as the trails going off the main highway, makes us realize that we are finally on the road. When we're going off the main road, we're not necessarily trying to find the most difficult off-road sections, we're just simply trying to find the best places to go to, the hidden corners of any area that we visit. Having 2 diff locks, a low-range gearbox and proper off-road suspension definitely helps not to shy away from difficult-looking trails though. As you can see, it's really cold outside, but interesting things happened yesterday because we were heading towards the Cabot Trail, which is the northeastern part of Nova Scotia, and it's supposed to be a really beautiful area, and we are heading that way. So last night we were looking for a campsite through Overlander, and the first one didn't work out, so we carried on to the next one that we knew was close to town and more likely that we're gonna be able to stay there. And when we arrived, there was a massive truck there, and from a distance I could see that it's a European truck, and then I recognized it's one of the trucks that I saw in the port of Halifax, but we didn't get the chance to speak to them because they were already on their way out. And then it turned out they are fellow Hungarians living in Switzerland. So it was quite shocking that this is our 4th day and we meet Hungarians in an awesome massive expedition truck. So we spent the evening with them, you know, sharing stories, having a few beers, and now we're just waiting for them to return, and they're going to show their truck a bit more to us, and we're gonna show ours, and we're just gonna probably exchange contacts and stay in touch. They're also going to Ushuaia like we do, but their time horizon is a little bit longer. It was very interesting to meet them. They drive a 2003 Scania truck, a double cab. I don't know much more about it. It's a 4x4, and it just looks awesome, and that's all that matters. Cabot Trail is a scenic highway on the Cape Breton Island. It's a 298 kilometers loop around the northern tip of the island, passing through the Cape Breton Highlands National Park. It's named after the explorer John Cabot, who landed in the Atlantic Canada in 1497. Later, Premier Angus L. MacDonald wanted to rebrand Nova Scotia for tourism purposes as primarily Scottish, and as part of this effort created both the names Cape Breton Highlands and the Cabot Trail. Construction of the initial route was completed in 1932. It's an incredibly scenic route, and the western and the eastern sections follow the rugged coastline with views of the ocean. We just found this absolutely gorgeous campsite. We're going to spend the night here. We have water. There's a water source just nearby. The weather is perfect. It's cold, but it's not windy, and it's not raining, so it's brilliant. And there is a gorgeous sand dune just around the corner. It is fantastic. We are at the Cabot Trail, and this is our first camp on the Cabot Trail. So we will probably have another 2 nights doing this loop, and then finally we start heading west. We are due to start going west because we don't have all the time in the world. We have a year and a half, but not like we met travelers who they are saying that they have unlimited time, to do the Pan American highway. Well, we don't. We are quite lucky to have a year and a half, of course, but it's not like we can travel forever. So we're trying to get to the end of that rock just to have a view from there. We hope to see some seals, if that's something we can do here. I'm not sure, I don't know. I want to quickly show you why is this a perfect campsite. But first of all, the place is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. We are in a remote part of the world, that's another factor. We are in one of the corners of Nova Scotia, a section of the Cabot Trail, and it's off season, so there aren't many tourists. And just look at this place. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. But there is one important part what makes this campsite really, really good. So the important part, why is this a really good campsite, is just over there. And it's this. Every day when we are at home and we just open the tap, we don't realize how important water is and how much water we're using every day. And the fact that there is a water source here, spring water, it just makes camping really, really easy. We will just use as much water as we need tonight. We don't need to be as careful as we usually are. And then tomorrow we just fill up and then carry on. So this water source makes camping here actually very, very easy. And we could actually stay here for days if we wanted to. We want to cover the Cabot Trail in a few days time, so we're probably just gonna move on tomorrow, but we could actually stay here if we wanted to. It's a gorgeous place, peaceful, and we have water. Very, very important. And on top of everything, we also have a lighthouse. Julian, please let us know what you think it makes a good campsite. Like, what are we missing here? Okay, could be warmer and everything, but other than that, what's missing here? Nothing, absolutely nothing. We have cold beers in the fridge, so pretty perfect.
Hi, the dinner is almost ready. We're gonna eat plant-based food, so it's baby pak choy, and I prepared some broccolis as well. So I'm gonna put the broccolis in the pak choy, and also I prepared some garlic, and yeah, it's canned, but it's mushrooms, so sliced mushrooms. Almost everything is fresh. I'm so hungry right now.
Is this the perfect camp or what? I just woke up. It's a beautiful morning. Evelyn is still sleeping, and we had a really great night. We had to turn the heating on. Usually during the night we're not using the heating because it's gas, and we don't want to run out, and it's probably not that easy to fill it up here. It's a European system. But yeah, now we're just going to have breakfast and then pack up and carry on the Cabot trail. It's pretty great to wake up to these sounds. There's some ducks and seagulls and some other birds, and just the sea. It's just gorgeous and peaceful and really nice. The air is just so fresh. So before we leave camp, we're going to fill up the water tank. It's a natural spring, so it's not possible to actually connect the hose, but I'll see what I can do. Maybe with the funnel. It's a bit of work, but we're gonna have fresh water. We actually just parked closer, so we can use the funnel directly from here. Oh yeah. Even though we consider this to be a remote corner of the world, it's still possible to meet travelers, even the ones we've met before. Hans and Christina are also traveling through Canada right now, and we've already met in a cafe in Halifax. So obviously we are checking each other's home on wheels. So we met this, we were just pulling off to a laundry place looking for water, because we didn't actually fill up the water tanks. But this really nice man with an FJ Cruiser stopped and offered his place for us to stay and camp, because he's got like a flat area for overlooking the ocean, and he said that we can have a campfire, there is water there, so we're just gonna go up there and stay there for the night. Sounds really good. Dan saw our vehicle going through Shetty Camp and immediately turned around, and when he saw us pulling over to a laundry place, he came up to talk to us and offered his place for us to stay. And not only did we have a chance to stay at his great place on the hills, we also learned about Acadia, which used to be a French colony before the British took over a long time ago.
Hi.
We went on a great hike with Dan, who talked about the local area, talked about the island, and we just also learned how great of a human being he is. He offered his place to total strangers, including us, Hans and Christina as well, and we just spent a great evening with nice conversation with the fire going, and we also got the chance to meet Brenda, Dan's aunt. We shared a few glasses of wine, a few stories, and this evening proved how great people you can meet while you're traveling.
And it sounded like sherry can, so this is how the name came about.
It's oftentimes
Cultures interactive.
Do they help
Yeah.
you when you're there? Like when you go in, do they help you or do you have to do that?
Yeah. I just have to spell his surname,
Yeah.
and the lady just helped us. Yeah, so we could
Nice.
find
And they
him in the
print that
records.
out.
We said goodbye in the morning with a lot of tips given by Dan where to go, what to visit, and what kind of trails to check out.
Thank you very much for your kindness and your hospitality. We had a really great time here.
You made my day too, and you know what? I wouldn't do this. So, excellent. Sure, and I'll be following you.
Yeah.
All right.
This was such a good place to stay for the night, and Dan, if you're watching this, thank you again. Seriously, it was a really nice evening, it was a really nice day. So we had a great time. How good is this? Unfortunately, the weather wasn't kind to us. The Sky Trail, the most anticipated trail that we wanted to do, was totally covered by fog, so we decided just to drive around and head towards Mead Cove. Mead Cove potentially is one of the most spectacular places I've ever been to. It's located on the northern tip of the island, and the rugged coastline and the huge cliffs just provide a dramatic view of the Atlantic Ocean. It's really cold and windy, so we're going back to the truck, and then we're driving to where we're driving?
Dingwall.
Dingwall. So this is Mead Cove, and it looks fantastic. It's probably even better when it's not windy and it's not cold like this. sticky stuff. Village on the Cabot Trail. It's a fishing village, and we are looking for a camp spot to stay for the night. There is this bay here, and we either stay on this side or the southern side. So now we are heading to the northern part, and we will see if we will find a place. Soon find out. It turns out we did find a place, so we are going to spend the night here. It's windy and cold, but it's beautiful. And while we're still trying to digest all this beauty and this dramatic landscape, we have a mission to do that you will all find out in the next episode. Now it's time to head west.